Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Today we're talking about Dan Sullivan. He had the 6 ways to break through a ceiling of complexity, or 6 ways to continually double your income and double your productivity. And we're talking about principle number 2. Focus on delegation, multiply income. Yes, multiply income. And when you really get that concept, you understand that, hey, if I can delegate the work I'm doing right now, I'm always going to multiply income. So then you start looking at employees in a whole different light. You don't look at them as a cost. Oh, can I afford this? You look at them as an investment. Hey, is it worth it, right? And so one of the great quotes from Dan Sullivan is if you don't have an administrative assistant, you are one. Now, if you've got a small business, I always say, hey, let's start with the simple stuff. What are the things you're doing right now that you can eliminate from your schedule and maybe not have the cost of a full-time employee? Like, just a list off the top of my head is, 1, yard work. Lawn work is something that if you really look at the cost of your time and you outsource that and just offloaded it, it's really worth doing. There are people out there who love to do that can do it for really effectively. Number 2 is maid. If you spend a lot of time cleaning your house or straightening things, hey, put a maid or get your wife a maid. Like back in the early days of our marriage, I got a maid, and my wife was very gracious, and she always gave me credit for what the maid did, right? Number 3, driving. Driving is a big deal, right? I mean, the thing is if you can eliminate driving, that's one thing. If it's a long drive, get an Uber, right? Or one of the habits I've recently started doing is if I'm driving to Charlotte to fly, I like to fly direct, so I fly out of Charlotte a lot. I get a driver, right? It's worth it because while I'm driving, I'm able to get work done and do relationship building, which is far more valuable than what I'm paying that driver. Bookkeeping, right? Bookkeeping is something that I see a lot of business owners do spend a lot of time and that's something that you can use technology. You can outsource it. We do a lot of outsourced accounting. Taxes is another thing. I've seen people waste time doing taxes. Now, when you're ready to hire someone, I'm going to give you something that's really valuable, and you're probably going to discount it because I'm doing it for free. But this is probably worth, my first year of admission into Strategic Coach. They taught me a test to use when we're hiring people called Kolbe, Kolbe. And what it does is it measures people, their innate ability, what they like to do, right? What they have natural energy to do. And so, for example, let's just take my wife. Me and my wife, I give my wife 100% credit for helping me and making me a successful business owner. Why is that? Well, her Kolbe is the complete opposite of mine, right? She is a very high fact finder. She likes to get information. She likes to follow through. She is a finisher, right? So she gets stuff off her desk. Now me, I am a low follow through, high quick start, right? And so that means I am a great problem solver. I am a great idea person, but I need people like her. And if you look at most of my employees, they score in the same index. I need people like her who like to finish, right? Who have that tenacity to get things done, right? Who really get stuff off the plate. And it's the same thing with employees. So what your goal is, you don't want to hire people like you, right? Which is the natural entrepreneur index. I really like this guy, I want to hire him. You want to hire sort of people who have the strengths where you have weaknesses. And Kolbe is a great way of figuring that out. Thank you guys. Have a great day.